5 shows I am currently watching. I don't know if that's what I'll call this video, but that's what I am going to be talking about. So I thought that this would be something kind of different and fun to do. Just while I was watching one of these TV shows last night, I thought I'd write down what I'm currently watching and make a list for you guys. So there's just 5 TV shows that I'm currently switching back and forth between. I'm sure some of you can totally understand that. I, for reference, am a bit of a rewatcher. I tend to rewatch things that I've already seen, or I am definitely big into prefer binge watching. So a lot of times I'll watch stuff that is already finished and over with. So while I was writing this list, it's really what all these are. Is there shows that are already wrapped up, over with, so you can just go ahead and binge watch through all of them. And so yeah, I'm super excited. And just as another kind of FYI, almost all of these I am watching on Amazon Prime. I think only one of them I'm actually watching on Netflix. And I will obviously kind of let you guys know which one. Though I'm sure you could maybe find some of these on Hulu. I don't know. If you don't have Amazon Prime, I'm sorry. But if you do, these are on there so you can watch them. So we will just go ahead and get into it. So the first show, which is one that I am rewatching for probably the 3rd or 4th time, which is Dexter.
My dark passenger is like a trapped coal miner, always tapping, always letting me know it's still in there, still alive. Tonight's the night, and it's going to happen again and again. The night when a primal, sacred need calls to me. I've waited. It's time.
I'm sure you all have heard about this one, but if you have not, Dexter is about Dexter, who is a blood splatter analyst who also happens to be a serial killer, but he only kills other bad people. A lot of times people will say he only kills other serial killers, but that is actually not true. Yes, a lot of the other people that he kills are serial killers, but that's not always necessarily the case, which you'll know, of course, if you watch the show. But yeah, that is what Dexter is about. So if you have not watched Dexter, I highly, highly suggest it. It is the one that I am watching on Netflix in the US. Whole series is on there. I think I'm actually on the final season, which is 8. This show had 8 seasons. It ran from 2016 to 2013. So no, and also, by the way, these are not necessarily in order of favorite. This is just in the order of which I wrote them down. So don't think that I'm putting any above any other ones. This is just how the list turned out, I promise you. And so for the continued list, all the rest of these are going to be ones that I am watching on Amazon Prime, just so you know. So the next one is Dead Like Me.
Everybody dies. That's just the way it is. I'm told I'm not supposed to argue or question or even try to understand. I'm told a lot these days. Ever since my life was snuffed out by a toilet seat and I've joined the ranks of the undead.
You little dead girl are gonna be a Grim Reaper.
If you have not heard about this one, I'm not that surprised, though I've been happy to find there are a lot of people I already follow in the horror community who know the show, love the show, and that makes me very happy. Dead Like Me is a show that I watched with my family, and it is really a comedy. Dead Like Me is about a young girl named Georgia who dies when she is hit by a flyaway toilet seat off of a jet plane and becomes a Reaper. And it is about her and her little group of kind of Reaper family that she's now been pushed into, and their escapades as they collect the souls of people who are set to die. They try to collect the souls before the deaths happen, so that, of course, they don't feel them. Each Reaper has their own specialty, and Georgia does like accidents, kind of similar, you know, to the way her death was. And so, yeah, it focuses on her kind of trying to adjust to the fact that she has to take these souls from people, learning her lessons of what happens when she refuses to take a soul or tries to mess with fate to save people. That's something that happens a few times throughout the show as well, and her also just kind of trying to adjust to, you know, missing her family. She leaves behind her parents and a younger sister who, while in life, she did not get along with any of them very well. She's quite mean to her mother. She kind of cut off from her father at a pretty young age, and even though they started out kind of close, and then she really never talked to her sister. She basically ignored her sister for most of her life, and so it's also her dealing with kind of the regret of the way she treated people in her life and her kind of changing that around. It's such a great show. It's so hilarious, such a fantastic concept, and it totally bums me out that it had such a short life. It only had 2 seasons. It ran from 2003 to 2014, though there is a mini, I guess, movie series finale that actually got released in 2009. I don't believe I've actually seen that. I kind of discovered it while I was, you know, looking up some of the dates for the show. And so that is something I'm gonna have to check out, and I will let you guys know what I think about that one. So, moving on to number 3 is Urban Legends. No, not the movie, which is still great. There is actually a TV show called Urban Legends.
The world is full of urban legends, remarkable stories that spread like viruses around the planet, mutating and evolving until no one can remember which ones are true and which ones are urban legends.
And what the show does is it focuses on 3 urban legends, one of which is true, and it's kind of up to you as you're watching to try to figure out which one you think is true and which one you think, you know, and which 2 are, of course, just urban legends. And it's definitely very interesting. Now, not every episode is something particularly spooky or scary of an urban legend. They're mostly just kind of weird. It definitely involves some death, of course, but it's still very entertaining. I will say the only thing that kind of bothers me is because of the fact that I binge watch it, they very often repeat the premise of the show, which is, we are giving you these 3 urban legends, and it's up to you to guess which one, and we'll tell you at the end of the show. It really says it like that. And so that's kind of annoying when you're binge watching, but that's basically the only thing about it that kind of annoys me. But I still do really enjoy it, and I do think that if you were into urban legend type things, you should definitely check out this show. This one ran from 2007 into 2011, and it had 3 seasons. I think I'm only currently on season 1, so that's exciting. I have 2 more seasons to go, and this is my first time watching Urban Legends. I just kind of stumbled upon it when searching for something else to watch, even though I clearly have a bunch of stuff I'm supposed to be watching, but I'm sure you guys get it. So yeah, first time watching Urban Legends, and I really like it. Number 4 is the one I know you all know. It is Unsolved Mysteries.
You know the music. You know the voice.
Perhaps you may be able to help solve a mystery.
You know the fear.
Yeah, it's one of those shows that I still love, still enjoy. Watched the show a lot when I was younger. My mom actually kind of made me stop watching it because I started to kind of freak myself out a bit. But there's definitely some episodes that I kind of remember from watching, and yeah, I still really enjoy watching it. A lot of times I will kind of put it on while I'm doing my makeup or whatever. If for some weird reason you have never seen Unsolved Mysteries, basically what it is you have a host who is telling you about some unsolved crimes or weird events. So it's not always necessarily a crime that has happened, though that is big majority of it. And sometimes I know who the criminal is, like on America's Most Wanted, but not always. Sometimes they're just trying, to get information on who done it. And then there's also times where they're just covering weird stuff that has happened. Like one of the episodes that I still remember from when I was younger was the spontaneous combustion episode. And I remember that one strongly because for the longest time I had a fear of spontaneously combusting because of Unsolved Mysteries. So yeah, they cover some weird stuff on that show sometimes, and it's extremely entertaining, especially if you are into the true crime aspects. Definitely think that you should check that out, and if you've already seen Unsolved Mysteries, check it out anyway. It's a fun time. And now on to the last show, number 5, which I may get some crap for, but you know what? Put it on the list. True Blood.
Just let me have just one beer tonight, Jesus.
But what the hell is this music? Man, I cannot wait to get the hell out of this Podunk Town.
Well, make sure you do before it's too late, because every year you wait, you just get more and more stuck here. Believe me, I know.
How'd she know what I was thinking? That's weird.
I'll get y'all some ketchup.
Don't you dare talk about me.
I know that this show gets a lot of shit, especially within the horror community, but I don't care. I ended up liking it. This is actually my first time watching it. I've tried to sit down to watch it a few times. I actually read the first book that the TV series is based on. I only really got into the first one, was super into it, bought the second one, for whatever reason, just couldn't get into the rest of it. And so then when the show came out, I wanted to try to watch it. I've tried to watch it multiple times, just wasn't really feeling it. Finally, this year, or well, I guess last year, 2018, sat myself down, forced myself through the first couple episodes, and then started to really get into it. And honestly, I really like it. I know it's super cheesy. I know, it's kind of considered a YA, even though it really is more so for adults. There's a lot of adult content in this TV show, and I happen to really enjoy it. And so, yeah, I like True Blood. You can hate me for it, whatever. This show also wrapped up. It had 7 seasons running from 2008 into 2014. So yeah, that is my list. That is the shows that I am currently watching. Go ahead and let me know which one of these shows that you've seen and which one is your favorite. And also let me know what you're currently watching in the comments below. If you did enjoy this, which I hope that you did, please do give it a big old thumbs up. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button for more horror-related content. And quick shout out before I go to my Patreon. Thank you guys so much for helping to contribute to the channel. If you want to know the perks to being a Patreon, links are in the description along with all of my other social media. And again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later with another video. Bye.